Brick is a 2005 American neo-noir thriller film written and directed by Rian Johnson, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The film's narrative centers on a high school detective story that takes place in a Californian suburb. The film is heavily plot-based. The title refers to a block of heroin, compressed roughly to the size of the shape of a brick. This is a conventional title because of the link to crime and drugs, which is very conventional in film noir. The first scene I will be analysing is the chase scene. This is a particularly conventional scene in portraying a modern interpretation of high-contrast lighting. The initial mid-shot of Brandon highlights a suspicious and mysterious silhouette in the background. This shows how the composition of noir shots are often atypical and stylised, yet can work well. The shot lengths are relatively long and focus in on dialogue as expected of classic noir. But where Brick subverts this convention is through the influence of a modern action sequence full of fast-paced, characteristic shots that suggest lots of chaos. Although, even then, some of the shots build suspense and are drawn out quite a lot. The whole scene focuses on the contrast between the dark of the inside and the glare of the sun from the outside. Even the dark and light clothing choices of the characters highlight their moral intentions and the differences between them. The shot of Brandon running past the fence is very conventional film noir, as it casts sharp shadows across the whole composition to convey the confusion and corruption of the mind of this toiled protagonist. The next scene I will be analysing is the tunnel scene. This isolated setting connotes danger and mystery, both strong themes within noir. The darkness of the tunnel is another link to the visual style of classic noir here too, and later in the film is linked with the violence and death. This scene creates an enigmatic and sorrowful feel through the unresolved minor key melody and lack of dialogue. In addition to this, a blue hue has been given to these clips to connote the feeling of sad and depressing atmosphere. The white dress of Brandon's love interests suggests she was killed innocently and links to the character archetype of the virgin within film noir. This last scene is shown just as Brandon finds Tug's car. The camera shots in this scene are particularly good in showing how to combine classic noir concepts into modern settings. The cutaways between the tracking mid-shot of Brandon and Tug's car mimic the cutaways often used in shot-reverse shot conversations in classic film noirs. The focus on the decline of Brandon's character, physically and emotionally, is clear through the violent suggestion created by mise-en-scene and his makeup, and the constant mid-shots and close-ups of Brandon are also a conventional way to draw the audience's attentions to the feeling of the protagonist.